Hello, all my beautiful lovelies. These are my audio instructions for booking a session with me if you are a repeat client or are very familiar with my booking procedure, fees, um, and that sort of thing. These are the quick version, not in depth. If you are not familiar with what I do or how I work or have many questions, please visit my website before trying to book a session with me to answer any questions you have about what I do, or use the longer audio instructions that are also on my YouTube and on my website on the same page. So basically, I need your name, who's getting the session, the full name of the person who is paying for the session by e-transfer or PayPal. I only accept e-transfer or PayPal for payment. If you would like to book a session and pay by credit card, PayPal will process the credit card for you, and I will not have any access to any of your credit card information when I receive your PayPal payment. Um, Make sure your payment is ready. Do not contact me for a session unless your payment is ready and you are ready to send it that very day by the deadline that I will give you in my response to your booking request. Um, and I also need your cell phone number so that I know what number to call for your phone session and what number to text when I am ready to call you and to make sure that you are ready. If you are in Canada, I will call you. And I also need to know your landline number if you would like me to call a landline rather than your cell phone number for our session. But I still do need your cell phone number in that case as well. If you live outside of Canada, I can still do a phone session for you if you phone me, or we can do a Zoom, Skype, or FaceTime audio session instead of a phone session if you live outside of Canada. Also, please note if you live outside of Canada, e-transfer is a Canadian thing, so you will have to pay by PayPal. And please mention that in your very first request a session message, how you are paying, either by e-transfer or PayPal. And also keep in mind, if you are paying by PayPal, there is a 5 business day wait before you can have your session. In which case, when you are giving me the days and times you are available and not available for your session, um, please keep that in mind and give me days and times past 5 days from the date of your request. And I also need your email address. Your email address is how I will respond to your request. Um, you will receive your response in writing. I never book sessions verbally or on the phone. So please make sure that you are checking the email address you provide me throughout the day for my response, because you will have a payment deadline in order to book your session. And if you miss that deadline, you will have to start your request over again and send me a new booking request or a list of new days and times that you're available. Um, and yeah, so I need to know the days and times you are available and not available for your session. Um, be very specific about that, even if it's just a 1 hour window in one day that you absolutely know that you cannot be available for your session to commit to a session. Please let me know I'm unavailable between these hours. And of course, I prefer to do my sessions between 1 p.m. and 9 p.m. Alberta time on weekdays, and between 1 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. Alberta time on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. However, I will try to bend for you if mornings or a later time really are the only times you have available to do your session because of work, and or family obligations or other obligations, or because of an urgent session or an emergency. But always be clear in your very first message that that really is the only times you have available, or that it is for something urgent or for a session that will no longer be relevant past a certain day and time, in which case be specific about the day and time the session won't be relevant. Or even if it's just for a last minute session, and you're only interested in a last minute or same day session and you're not sure, other days that you can do one, that's fine. Just let me know in your very first message to me that you're only interested in a session that day and time, and that you might possibly contact me later on with other days and times in case I am already booked that day. Your payment is due by a deadline again. If I respond to your request in the morning, your payment is due that same morning or by that afternoon at the very latest. If I respond to your booking request in the afternoon, your payment is due that same afternoon or by that very early evening at the very latest. And if I respond to your request in the evening, your full payment is due that same evening or by the early the next morning in order for your session to be booked solidly. If you are looking to book a session within hours of your request or a last minute session, in general, your payment is due, between 30 minutes and 60 or 90 minutes of your request, depending on what time you would like your reading. Um, and if you are booking a session more than a week in advance, you can book your session with a deposit instead of the full payment. If you are booking a session 45 minutes or less, your deposit is $50 per person. If you are booking a session 60 minutes or more, your deposit is $75 per person, with the remainder of your fee due by e-transfer the afternoon, the day ahead of your session. Otherwise, we will have to reschedule if that deadline is missed. And if you are booking an in-person session, the remainder of your fee is due by e-transfer the afternoon, the day ahead of your session, or by due in cash at the time of your reading. Um, and I think that's everything I need. My repeat clients, you'll know if I am missing anything, so let me know if I am. And yeah, so that is the quickest I could do it. Again, this is for clients who are already familiar with how I work and book and my payment procedure. If you need more information or have any questions, please use the longer audio instructions and visit my website and use the search bar to look anything up, any questions that you have about anything. But I look forward to hearing from you, and I hope you're all having a fabulous day. Bye.